And we are live. Good Wednesday evening. Welcome to Unapologetic Tea Time with your host, PG. That is me. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the show this evening. It's going to be a short and to the point show. Glad that we are amongst the living and that most everyone that I know is doing fairly well, being still in a pandemic. It's been over 1 year this month, and a lot has happened. I'd like to pay my respects to the mass shooting that occurred several days ago here in the Atlanta metro area that was a direct target on Asian people of Asian descent. And also, I'd like to pay my respects to the nearly a dozen, I think it was 10 plus people that lost their lives in the King Soopers supermarket massacre that occurred in Boulder, Colorado. It is with heavy heart that I didn't know any of those people, didn't know them, and you don't have to know them, but just to know that they are everyday working class people going about their way, working at a supermarket, and some were just customers, innocent bystanders, and people that were just in there doing whatever they needed to do, leaving home to go and get something from the store, and unfortunately never returning home to their family members and friends and loved ones. It is very, very tragic, very unfortunate, folks, that these things keep happening. And I look at the news faithfully most days, most times, well, at least 3 times a week anyway. But y'all, my whole problem and whole issue is, it's all centered around gun control, but yet it's never a good time to talk about gun control. Well, when is it going to be a good time to talk about gun control? Because these things keep happening. History keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over again. And unfortunately, things keep happening. Hey, Tim, glad to see you are here this evening with me. Was thinking about you just a little while ago and said I had to give you a call or shoot a text to you to see how things were going. But anyway, folks, thank you, of course, Tim, for all of your support and your continued support. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of my loyal listeners and subscribers, and for the future subscribers and future listeners. Thank you. But back to what I was saying, unfortunately, when is going to be a good time to talk about, or to have the talk about, gun control and gun regulations and what have you? It's never a good time. It's never going to be a good time, but the time is of the essence and it has to be done. Things have to change. I mean, the harder you make it for individuals, that's great. Great to hear that you're surviving. I'm glad that you are. I'm surviving too. And that's, that's better than some, not as bad as others, but better than some. And some haven't survived. So we are wonderfully blessed when we put everything that has happened in perspective. We really are. But it's never a good time, like I said, to have the talk about gun control. And it seems that each year, as bills are passed, thousands of bills are put forth, but only few bills are ever passed. And it is very unfortunate. Hey, Leroy, how are you? Glad to see that you can make it in this evening. It's going to be a short show, like I said, straight to the point. But I wanted to do a little house cleaning and first off, handle some things that needed to be said as far as the most current events. And these were tragic events. And that was paying homage to the 2 mass shootings that took place in a matter of days apart from each other. The one here in the Atlanta metro area, and also the Boulder, Colorado King Soopers massacre. And it's unfortunate, but I'm going to challenge each and every one of my loyal YouTube subscribers and listeners and people who happen in and happen to come across this vlog or this podcast is to please reach out to your legislators, and your congresswomen and your congressmen and your senators and your local officials and local leaders in your counties, in your parishes, in your home states and towns and what have you, and ask that they do something, make the effort. I mean, because power comes in numbers, and certainly we need something to be done, about these senseless mass shootings. Some of it is racially motivated. Yes, some of it is other issues, just bitter, just downright, just bitter to the core, evilness. Some is just hatred. It's just a plethora of everything all mixed up in there together. Certainly, mental illness plays a part in some of these mass shootings. Yes, but let's not blame it all on the mental um, illness community or mental health community, because certainly some people will lean on that when they know that they'll get a better chance of not getting the death penalty, and they will get an attorney to uh, seek something else as far as their punishment, because they're going to teeter-totter on the side of being temporarily insane or pleading insanity. And that isn't always the case, but I will leave that up to the unfortunate people in the judicial system who, sometimes err in their decisions, and sometimes don't always do the best thing for the communities at hand and for the victims of these terrible killings and mass shootings. But I'm going to leave it up to them, and only we can get better decisions and get things better for our communities. And that is when we elect these officials and have these officials appoint people who can work with the community at large and do the right thing where it benefits your community, where you live, where you reside, where you work. Because trust and believe, power, again, like I said, comes in numbers. And when we all get together and we go to the voting polls and we hire and fire these officials that we put in to represent us, then and only then will they get, the jerk of the chain, and will they get that slap on their shoulder that we're not playing, that we mean business. And it's up to all of us um, to make a stand, whether or not you want to see stricter legislation for gun control. But, until it happens to your friend, your family member, your coworker, your mom, your sister, wife, son, daughter, niece, nephew, or whatever, a lot of times we become numb. But these are everyday people walking around who sometimes don't return home just on a regular old routine trip to the grocery store to get a candy bar, maybe some ice cream and a bag of chips. And it's very, very unfortunate. Glad to know that you're okay as well, Mr. Leroy. Glad to know that you're okay. Um, Moving right along, folks. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was just this afternoon, late this afternoon, in another area of the Atlanta metro suburbs, in the Atlantic Station downtown area. There was a gentleman who walked into a Publix supermarket that was armed with tactical gear, tactical vests. He had a rifle and he had 6 firearms on his person. And if it was not for the fast thinking customers and one of the store clerks to alert the authorities, there's no telling there could have been another mass shooting to occur here in the Atlanta metro area. This person was apprehended expeditiously by Atlanta Metropolitan Police Department this afternoon, shortly before 4 p.m., and was taken into custody and was charged with reckless behavior and several other, I think they're probably going to be misdemeanor charges, but the investigation is still ongoing, and right now they're not saying maybe perhaps what his motive was or what his mode of thinking was to dress up in full tactical gear and arm himself with a long rifle as well as 6 other firearms on his person, and go to the public supermarket. So that is still being investigated as I speak to you at 10 minutes to 9 Eastern Standard Time. So I just wanted to bring that up as well. There's a lot going on in this world. Moving right along, the reason that I decided, y'all, to make this podcast slash vlog is there are a lot of scams that are going on, and I want to alert the general public, my family, my YouTube family and friends, my subscribers, and everything out here is you guys need to know. Since the pandemic has been going on, there has been this vast amount of uptick in the amount of scams that have been going around and have really been putting people in, unfortunately, serious financial crisis because they are falling prey and falling victims to these scams. And what I mean by that is, one, there is a huge Cash App scam that is going around right now. People are posing as maybe someone in your contact list or whatever that's asking for, they're in a little bit of trouble. Can you help me? And you send them the money or whatever, and the money just goes right out of your account and it's going somewhere overseas and you never see it again, nor do you even know who it is. They are actually posing as someone you know in your phone contact list. So please be aware. The other thing is, because of the stimulus, this is our third stimulus that some people are getting since COVID-19, the pandemic has began. Every time they issue stimulus checks and what have you, whether it be electronically deposited or whether it be paper checks or cash cards or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, because everything that I've gotten is electronic. But I want you guys to know that there are several things that is an instant red flag. And the instant red flag is, one, the IRS is super busy and they are not in the business of making individual phone calls to Joe Blow, Sally Sue on the grit box, Ned the wino on the corner, or whomever, or Sally standing in the kitchen stirring up a pot of gumbo or whatever. Okay, Martha, they don't call you, unless you have communicated with these agencies and they have told you in the form of a documentation, whether it's a letter, whether it's a form of an email or whatever, that they will call on a certain date to discuss such and such issue that you are having. You have to reach out to them. First off, most times they will send a letter to your home. Okay, not even an email. They're sending a letter to your home or your business or wherever you so reside. Okay, they don't reach out and call you and ask you what your social security number is. So when people start asking you this craziness, ask them, say, well, you fucking called me, I didn't call you. Okay, so since you called me, you should have all that information. Okay, and hang your phone up on them. Okay, because it's a scam. The next thing is the Social Security Administration, Social Security Office, whatever you want to call it. They do not call you unless you have arranged some type of phone call to occur between you and them and an agent, okay? But you have had to have prior notification of this. You've had to have this requested prior to this occurring. They don't call you out the blue. The IRS is not in the business of issuing too large of a stimulus check and they're going to call you up and say, we issued you too much money on your stimulus and you're going to have to give some of it back. That's bullshit. Okay, I need for you elderly people or people who have elderly parents and elderly neighbors and aunties and grandmothers and your mamas and your sisters, whomever, your wife. You might be elderly yourself that may listen or be listening or listening in the future. I need for you to understand, again, the IRS, the tax people, the tax man is not going to call you at random, nor does the IRS make it their business to issue out too much money. If anything, they're going to issue you too little money, but they don't make it their business to be issuing out or doling out too much money and then phone you and say that they issued you too much money and we're going to need for you to pay some of that back. That's not how they operate. They're going to send you a letter through the U.S. Postal Service. Okay? So I want you to be aware these scams are alive and dangerous, and they are occurring every day. Okay, every single day, and people are getting got. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say it as plain as I can. If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Okay, somebody is not going to give you $1,000 if you give them 200. What's in it for them? What's in it for them is your damn $200 that you gonna give to them that you gonna never see again in your life. Okay, that's what's in it for them. They're not gonna send you $1,000. They're not gonna send you $500. They're not gonna send you $10,000. First off, they don't even know you, and you damn sure don't know them. Okay, so please, y'all, stop falling for the damn okie doke. Okay, this money is supposed to stimulate the economy. It's supposed to help people pull themselves up if they can a little bit by the bootstraps, because really and truly these little small little bitty itty bitty checks that some people are getting, it's not even enough. Yes, people with children are coming out, pretty decent. But if you don't have any children at all or whatever, or your children are grown and gone or whatever, then you're going to get your whatever, $1,400 or whatever, your husband or whomever, or if you claim somebody or whatever, you might get their stimulus too. But please, if you do this, please make sure that you're spending that money on that elderly person that you call yourself claiming. Don't just get the money and fuck it up or whatever and don't do anything for those people. They're people. And without them, you wouldn't get that money. So spend that money on them as well. Make their lives a little bit more comfortable. Maybe buy them, a nice bathrobe, a nice TV, or, help if they're in a nursing home or whatever. Help them, help them. Buy them some slippers. Buy them some new pajamas. Buy them new nightgowns. Do something for them. Okay? Do something for them. Send them some flowers. Try to, even if they don't know that they're in if they don't even know if they're in this world, do something for those people. They are human beings. They are people. Okay? Moving right along, folks, swiftly and professionally. I'm going to get on off here because I know that, I guess Bono's and Hustler TV is going to come on tonight, and I really don't want to run into their, broadcast, but I'm going to get off of here in a little while. As just being respectful for them because they have quite a large following, more than what I have. But at the same time, y'all, I want to let you know that also you can report scams and things that are going on. And if you're contacted or whatever, you can report this to the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Also, there's the Consumer Protection Agency, is another area that you can report things of that nature to. Again, you have to be aware of things in order. When you know better, you can do better, and you can spread the word and tell family members and friends about these scams and that they are targeting the elderly and the disenfranchised, and especially people who may not look at the news, or people who may just have, their little cell phone and they really don't have, say, a computer in their home, but they have like internet on their phone or whatever. They're targeting people. I have not gotten one of those phone calls. I wish I would, because I would try to nail them to the cross. I would try to nail their asses to the cross, because we're already, working at a deficit. People are facing eviction. They passed the moratorium again, and they're, is money and help on the way for renters and landlords and things of that nature. But people are thinking of scams, thinking of how to get over or how to try to get over any way that they can. I looked at Walmart the other day, over a month ago, a month and a half ago. Walmart was fully stocked with TVs, and the prices were pretty much dirt cheap. I didn't need a TV. I have TVs, okay? And I don't make a point of buying something unnecessary. The TV has to go completely out or whatever before I'm going to purchase another one. Or it's got lines through it and I can't see my show or whatever. Other than that, I'm not going to buy another TV, or I don't believe in replacing something just because. If it's still showing a beautiful picture, I'm rocking with it. Okay. I love gadgets and I love electronics, but it's like this. I'm not going to waste my money if this is playing fine and it's able to do all of the things that I want it to do just because I see that Walmart has this 70-inch and I got a 65-inch. Okay. What the hell? Or I got a 55-inch or what? What? No, that's not how that goes. Not with me. And I encourage other people to do the same. Take a long look at how you're spending your money, because here's the thing. When this is all said and done, some people should have a nice little nest egg, a nice little emergency fund and what have you, if you play your cards right. Some people are not going to have a dime to show for it come next month or the next couple of months. By June, they'll be fucking broke. Okay? But hey, you renting, try to go buy you a little something, something. Put you some money down on a house, or, hey, start that as, an emergency savings or whatever, a little nest egg fund or whatever, get some repairs done to your vehicle if needed or whatever. Get your health in order. You don't have insurance, get you some Affordable Health Care Act insurance or whatever it is you need. Go get your teeth cleaned, go to the dentist, go get your damn teeth fixed, go get a tooth in your head or whatever you need. Use this as a way to, like I said, make your life a little bit better. Some people have to use all of that, the money that they're going to get, because they are so far behind and they're so far in debt. I understand that. But if you're getting like a person like myself, I got, and I'm not bragging, but I got a stimulus in my damn pocket right now. Okay. I haven't gotten my stimulus back. I haven't gotten a stimulus yet. I will be getting a stimulus whenever they decide to turn it loose and send it over there to the credit union. But right now, I haven't gotten my stimulus. So, okay. But when I do get it, guess what? I'm going to pay myself first. Yes, I am. I'm going to pay myself with a couple of $100. And that's to do whatever I want to do with it. But the rest of it will stay at the credit union. Now I'm going to move it out of one account into another one. That's fine too. But that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Today I went and picked up a deep freezer. Last year I was just thinking about getting a deep freezer when the coronavirus started. Well, I went out looking, and lo and behold, honey, Best Buy didn't have any. Lowe's didn't have any. Home Depot didn't have any. And I was like, well, damn, in January, I know I saw little chest freezers everywhere. And then when I did find some, they were too big because it's just me. They were huge. They were upright. I just wanted a chest freezer to put in my closet or to put out on the patio in my storeroom. Honey, they was $500, $600, $700. I said, I wish it would. So I made me a little Google alert, and I'm all over the place, y'all. I know I'm off subject, but I made a little Google alert, and the damn Google alert literally has been on for 1+ years right now. 1 solid year and then some. Finally, I get an alert. This is Wednesday. It must have been Sunday that Target had a sale on chest freezers. Now, this was some damn brand I have never heard of, y'all. And when you have off brands, major manufacturers make these brands. Hey, Big H, How are you? Glad to see that you can join me this evening. But you know, they make off brands as a loss leader and they sell them to the big box stores, some of them for a little bit cheaper than they would tag GE or Whirlpool may tag whomever. Honey, I don't know who this company is, but Target had them for $149.99. Say it with me, $149.99. 7 point cubic foot little chest freezer. Okay, a square box, and you lift the lid and you dig off in it, and it came with 3 baskets. Okay, so by it coming with 3 little baskets, I was like up some happy. So I drove nearly 60 miles one way to the Target in Duluth, Georgia, to pick it up because the Target not far from where I live, about 3 miles, 4 miles up the way, they said they had some. By the time I completed my order and had selected my local Target in my area, honey child, somebody else had to snag the rest of them and they was gone. So then they said the next closest place to me was in Duluth, Georgia, which was 59 miles, 59.3 miles away from my address one way. So I said, well, damn. Okay, now I got to get the trailer, hook the trailer up, and go out here and get this damn chest freezer. That's fine. I'm up some happy. Okay. The little boy, the young men that brought it out to my truck because I picked it up curbside. Why they brought it out to my truck upside down in the box. Okay. The box turned completely upside down. Well, in case some of you don't know, when you have a refrigerator or a freezer or a portable air condition or a window air conditioning unit, where you do not turn them upside down, nor do you lie them down, because the antifreeze or the freon that's in them, okay, you plug it in when you get it home or get it wherever you're going, and you do that, you're gonna burn it up. That's just like getting in your vehicle, starting it cold and driving off. You don't have any oil on those pistons when it's been sitting all night long. The oil is at the bottom of the crankcase. So I'm just saying. So since they brought it out to me upside down and tried to load it, which I said, please, let's flip this over because I need to have it right side up. So as I'm driving, the freon and the antifreeze, the freon can settle itself back down to where it's supposed to be. So we did that, and I put it in the trailer and brought it on home, and it's sitting, and I'm not going to plug it up probably until late tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to unbox it in a little while, and I'm going to plug it up tomorrow afternoon. That way I can ensure that all of the freon is down and where it should be, and I don't endanger or run the risk of burning the little unit up. And I plan on putting some, I wanted to do more vegetables and things, and especially when they're on sale, the frozen veggies and stuff, and going to get fresh veggies from the farmer's market and what have you, where they have some really good bargains, but I have no place to really put them. When you have a side by side or the regular refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom or whatever, the compartments are kind of small to me. So I'm like, I'm going to get me a chest freezer. I know what I'm going to do. And that's what I did. But I waited 1 whole plus year because I couldn't find any at the price I wanted to pay. I was not going to pay 2 and 3 times the amount because they had jacked the price up just because people were looking for deep freezers and chest freezers and what have you, because a lot of people was canning, a lot of people started gardening, a lot of people started doing all kinds of things, and they were buying extra stuff because there was a run on food and different things. So I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $500 or $600 for the same freezer that I know was normally $150 to $229. I was not going to pay $500 for that same little freezer. So the Lord fixed it, and finally I got an alert saying that this place had a sale and they actually had 3 in stock. Like I said, long story short, by the time I pulled the plug, it came back and said they were out of stock at my local Target, that the nearest one was, like I said, 59 some miles away from my home. So I said, okay, that's okay. I'm not going to cancel the order. I'm going to drive out there and go and get it. And that's what I did. So I'm happy that I purchased that. And as an addition to, be able to save a little bit more food and be able to garner a few more fresh veggies and stuff and blanch them and put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. So I think that that was, a plus for me. And I'm just glad I did that. So anyway, if you don't know how to do a Google alert, and you can do it on anything, you can do it on COVID money, COVID relief, you could do it on free items, sale items, something that you've been wanting to pay a certain price for, whatever. You can have Google alert you by email or whatever, if you make that alert up, and you can Google how to do a Google alert. That is something. Hey, Dallas, how are you? Glad to see that you're here. That is something that you can do, and you can do it just about on anything. And that's how I get all of the pertinent COVID information. And when they're giving out free money and when they're doing things in my community where I reside, and at the national level, I have these Google alerts for certain things, and it will alert me when something like I'm interested in comes to pass. So that's how I'm able to do that. But the last thing that I want to discuss with you guys is FEMA.gov. If you know anyone, or if you yourselves have lost any loved members, family members, friends, whatever, or you know anyone who has, due to COVID. I did not say due to another type of illness, or I said due to COVID. Okay, on the death certificate, it's going to say due to COVID. Okay, FEMA, starting in April, you can go to FEMA.gov's website, FEMA, FEMA.gov's website, and there you will see they will start to reimburse people who have lost loved ones and had trouble trying to funeralize their loved ones or try to scrape together monies or whatever. Because to be honest, a lot of people don't realize some people are still not buried, because, they didn't have burial insurance or policies or whatever, or, for whatever reasons. So FEMA is stepping up, another governmental agency, to reimburse, to give people up to $7,000 on a funeral. And that's if you've had the funeral already or if you need to have the funeral. But they will need to provide paperwork and receipts that they paid X amount of dollars or whatever, and they will be reimbursing people up to $7,000. Don't ask me nothing else because I don't know about it, okay? I don't know anything about all of the big details and the fine print. Go to FEMA.gov and you can see that information that is there yourself. That's where I got it from. So pass the word around. Also, vaccines. If you're planning on getting a vaccine, check with your county or your local health department or your local news agency or your local news station. Their websites, a lot of times they have now been posting on their websites all of the different sites that are available that are giving the vaccines, and you have to make an appointment. You make your appointment online, and then they give you a particular date to come. You show up at a certain time or whatever with whatever they tell you to bring. Most times the insurance, if you don't have insurance, you can still go, and it's supposed to be free. Sometimes there is an administrative charge of like $18 or $20 here in Georgia, but if you say you don't have it, they will automatically waive that. Okay. And it's still free of charge, whether you have insurance or whether you don't have insurance. If you have insurance, of course, they're going to bill the damn insurance company, but it's not going to be coming out of your pocket if you so choose to do the vaccine. There's 3 vaccines currently: the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson. The Johnson & Johnson is one shot, one stick, once and done, but the Moderna and or the Pfizer is a two-step, two-shot deal. You get the first one, and within 4 to 6 weeks, you go back for the booster, which is the main one that the main one that will be that'll help boost the first shot that you got in your system and carry you on with some immunity. I've known several people that have gotten the Moderna. Several people that I know have gotten the Pfizer vaccine. Most all of them had soreness and pain at the injection site the next day. Some had chills and fever for a day or two, and some had headaches and chills and fever for a day or two, and some just had headache and soreness at the site. So it just depends on the individuals, y'all. I can't say because I'm trying to wait around to see on getting the Johnson and Johnson, the one stick once and done. But I have not been lucky to find an opening yet for an appointment, but I have been trying. That is one that I am choosing to get if I can get it. So within, I guess, another 30 days, I should have that shot by then. And we'll see. I will definitely tell you how it went for me and anything that I noticed that happened in my body or how I felt. I will definitely let you know. I will let you know the day that I take the shot. I will definitely vlog about it or talk about it on my channel. And then the next day or so, I will come on, I promise, and let you guys know how I feel, because like I said, everybody is different. Everybody is different. Everybody's body, my age at 56. Some people are in their 30s, some people in their 40s, some people 60s, some people 20s, so hey, it may affect you differently, and we can both go and get the same vaccine on the same day at the same location, and we may have two different reactions, or we may feel totally different from one to the other. So I will definitely document that, y'all. Last but not least, I want to say, if you have not gotten your stimulus like myself, get my stimulus or get my something. It's called with the IRS.gov. It's on there. You can do the little check, but I haven't been lucky to find out any information. So I have my alert set up to when something hits my, a pending deposit, when it hits my credit union account, then it will alert me via text, and it also will alert me via an email within the credit unions in my account. Depending on if you have like a money market or whatever, there's a little email that you can go, and it will tell you that there's a pending alert for a pending deposit. But I have not received that yet this time. The last stimulus, when they gave us the little, what was it, $600, I got mine the second day that they turned loose the stimulus checks or whatever. But this time, no, I haven't gotten it yet. And they said they were going to turn loose some today. Today is March the 24th on Wednesday. And usually my credit union is really, really good and really prompt. When they get things of that nature, they turn it loose. I know that Chime and some other places, some other fintech, those are called fintech companies. They're not traditional banks. The reason why some people got some of theirs early via Chime and via Vero or via Current and some of these other places is because they use their ledger, which means they use their own funds to go ahead and issue you your stimulus in lieu of, because they knew that it was coming through them, in lieu of the IRS sending the money through. And all they were going to do is take it out on the back end. So they fronted you yours up front, and then they'll get theirs on the back side, which is fine. Unfortunately, large subsidiaries and conglomerates like Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Chase refuse to do that. And they could have if they wanted to, but they refuse to do that. And knowing people are hurting. That's just my opinion, but they refused to do it. And they came out saying that they were refusing to front up the money in lieu of people getting it, because they didn't want to be out of anything. And hey, that's how big companies do. That's what some of them do. But thanks to the little small fintech companies helping some people out in a much needed and necessary time. Kudos go to Current and, like I said, Chime and a couple of other ones that Vero, I think, Vero or Vero, and even the Cash App, I think, gave, if you had it going to the Cash App, they fronted you the money. So some people got theirs a little earlier than normal. And I say, hey, that's great. But for those large companies that didn't do a damn thing, that's great, Tim. That's great. Oh yeah, it's called Get My Payment. That's it. Get My Payment. Because I was like, what the hell? I forgot the damn thing. Because let me tell you, I checked one time. I said, fuck it, I ain't checking no more. I'm gonna check my damn bank account. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck Get My Payment. But that's but that's what I did. But no, mine hasn't come. I am retired and I do get my Social Security disability. So I don't get SSI. I get my regular Social Security disability. So I guess I'm in that number of some of the people that didn't or haven't gotten theirs yet. And that's fine. Like I said, for me, but it's not fine for others. And unfortunately, I feel that when Congress is doing certain things, Congress should look at people who are not working any longer. They should get theirs first, and then people closer to the threshold of the end of the stimulus where it cuts off should get theirs last, and all others, in between. But I don't feel that people who are elderly or who are on Social Security disability or regular Social Security or SSI or railroad pension and things of that nature, I don't think that they should be one of the last, or even the veterans pension. I don't think that we should be one of the last to receive the monies like that, because a lot of people have definitely served their country and served their country well. Some people have literally given some, and some have given all, which is their life for this country. And their widows and what have you, and children, are still without the stimulus at this time. So, yeah, but I'm glad to see a lot of people have gotten theirs. But I am kind of sad to know that a lot of people have not gotten theirs, as of today. I had a couple of people text me and tell me a no-go. I said, yeah, it's a no-go for me too. But, it's gonna, they'll come sooner or later, I guess. And if not, I will file taxes, and get it that way. So, they're not keeping my money. Trust me, they're not. I'm not gonna let them do it. I really, really feel that they should do the, monthly stipend each month. But of course, we all know that that's not going to happen. And I don't know if we will see a fourth stimulus. If we do, it's going to be very small. And that absolutely will be the last one that we receive. But hey, there's still hope that we may receive a small fourth stimulus, because they are in talks about that. And because it was kind of a little bit of a fluke, a mess up with the sending out of the checks this time, you would think third time should be the charm, because they should have this shit down pat by now. Okay, so push some buttons and send this shit on. But hey, we get to the third time and they can't even get that right. So okay, but we've had some legislators, congressmen, and senators write letters to the IRS and to the Social Security Administration, as well as to the economic advisor, the economic committee, and also the chairman of what is she? The chairman of finance. So we'll see. They still haven't given a pertinent date that's etched in stone as to exactly when people will be getting the rest of the checks out and whatever. I don't really check my post office box every single day. I normally go 3 times a week because normally I have eBay orders, Etsy and Amazon stuff to send out typically about 3 times a week. So that's when I normally go to the post office. But I'm not going to run to the post office every day because they should not be sending me a paper check. So I have no inkling to even think that there's a paper check sitting in my damn post office box since Monday. Why would it be? But that's just my thought. But please, y'all, stay on guard. Tell family, friends, coworkers about all of these different scams that's taking place. Calling up people, telling them they didn't overpay. We the IRS don't call. The damn Social Security people don't call. People don't even believe it. Do not send some money to try to get some more money. That's not gonna work either. It's too good to be true. It most likely is. Let's see. Tim says Governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan, is giving us state employees $1,000 stimulus. Yay! I'm happy. I'm happy for you. April 23rd for being essential personnel. That'll work. Yes, that'll work. The state of California is giving out some money as well for people. See who else was giving out money. I think it's Oregon or someone was giving out some their own stimulus. Let's see. Somebody else was giving some. I forgot. I'll have to look that up if somebody needed to know. But yeah, there's several states that are giving out some money. I'm glad to see that, and I'm glad, Tim, that you're getting some extra. Hey, it is what it is. Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah, don't go buy no, let me see, 36 fire sticks and 19 routers and but anyway, that's good. But y'all, it's been great. I just wanted to come on. Yeah, I know you did. I know. I would think about you quite often working out there like that. But that's good. This is on the downside, y'all, but please don't let your guard down. We're still in a pandemic. We still need to social distance. We need to do all of that. That'll work. Get the heat pump fixed. There you go. Doesn't have to come out of your regular paycheck. Hey, do what you need to do. That's right. That's smart. Do what you got to do. There you go. All right, show enough. Well, y'all, thank you, show enough, for tuning in. But y'all, I'm going to get on up off of here because, like I said, I know Bo and Hustler TV will be coming on shortly if they're not already on, and I don't want to run into their time. And I thank each and every one of you for tuning in to me. Please, again, be very careful with these scams. Tell your friends, family members, neighbors, and coworkers about them. Also, if you know anybody who has been scammed, please report that shit to the FTC. And also, you can also report it to the Better Business Bureau and the Consumer Protection Agency in online, or you can actually go online, print the form out. Oh, no show tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know he was sick. I'll have to text him and check on him. But thank you for telling me, show enough. But yeah, so you can do that in advance, like I said, and we can stop some of these scammers. But they're up to their old tricks, and they got a lot of new tricks too. So just be careful, y'all. It's unfortunately in terrible times and in chaotic times, it brings out the best and the worst in some people. So we got to do what we got to do. That's about it. Don't forget to wear your mask and to do the social distancing. Even if you've had the vaccine, even if you plan to get the vaccine, please know that we cannot let our guard down right now. It's too soon yet, and not enough people have been vaccinated. You're quite welcome in order to do the, open up everything and let let everything just say the hell with it. Fuck it. Let everybody do what you want to do. Okay. There'll be another surge in this virus, and we have variants now, y'all. So these variants, they're concerned. They're not saying, but they're a little concerned about how the vaccines will keep the variants at bay. They don't know. They have to wait it out. They have to wait and see, and they have to do these tests. So, just do the right thing. If you think that you're getting on the wild side, reel yourself back in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Reel yourself back in and calm yourself down, take a chill pill, and then go back at it. Use good discernment, because at the end of the day, if you think that you can escape this, you can't. It's something that we can't feel, see, or touch or smell. So it's out here, and it's not going away anytime soon. So just know that, with that being said, we have to do our due diligence. Maybe by November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to have those sit down dinners and hug, our family members and friends that we haven't hugged in over a year. Well, y'all, thank you for tuning in. It's been great. It's been a pleasure for me to come on and converse with you. I thank each and every one of you. Please know that someone out here needs to hear the words, I love you. I love you. And know that trouble does not last always. I cannot tell you when it will end for you, but just know that trouble does not last always, and there is an end in sight. Keep the faith. Keep your chin up. Don't take any wooden nickels along the way. If it's anything that I can do for you as far as resources, information that you may need or whatever, please reach out to me. Don't be afraid. All I can do is assist with things that I can do. Things that I can't do, I will let you know. But we all can do something to help each other. We cannot live in this world by ourselves. Each one save one, and the world will be a better place. Good night. Take care. Bye now.